Hey guys, welcome back. Marco here. Today I want to talk to you about chords, and I want to show you how we can change, transform, spice up basic chords and add extensions. Okay, now the awesome thing about music is the fact that we can add additional notes to a basic chord. Now a basic chord can also be called a triad, and is basically the most simple chord that we have in music. It is based on the first, third and fifth degree of a scale, and if you are a beginner or if you, like me, play a lot of pop songs, chances are that all the chords you are playing comes from the major scale. Now the awesome thing is that we can add extensions to this chord. So rather than just play the first, the third and the fifth, we can also play the 7th, the 9th, the 11th and the 13th. Now obviously we can't add all these extensions in one chord, so we're gonna have to wisely select the additional notes that we want to add. So we're gonna take it step by step. I'm gonna show you a very simple chord progression with extensions. So it's an awesome lesson. Take it step by step. Download the tab, check my Patreon page, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with all the upcoming lessons. We upload weekly, so you definitely want to subscribe. Now let's have a close up and let's get started. Alright guys, let's get started. Chord progression, super simple. A minor, F major, C major and G major. Okay, and we're gonna basically play this chord progression 6 times with a different chords and with extensions. Okay, now we're gonna start step by step, and the first chord progression we are going to play is going to be this one. We are going to add 9th. Okay, so as you can see, I'm playing exactly the same chord progression, but I'm adding extra note. Now the first chord is the A minor, and in this example we are playing the 5th string open, the 4th string fret 2, the 3rd string fret 2 and the 2nd string fret number 1. Alright, now as you can see, I have A on the 5th and A on the 3rd string, so I'm playing the same note twice. So I'm going to replace this 3rd string fret 2, which is A, with a fret number 4, and I'm going to add B. Now B is the the major 9, and so I've just changed this chord from A minor to A minor add 9. Beautiful sounding chord. Okay, now the second chord is F, and we're going to be playing a beautiful F add 9 chord. That's another awesome chord. Okay, now usually the F is a really difficult chord with a bar chord like this, but this time we're going to play the 4th string, fret number 3, which is the root note F, the 3rd string open, which is G, and we're playing the major 9. Yeah, the 2nd string fret number 1, which is the perfect 5th, and the 1st string fret number 3, which is another G. A beautiful add 9. So you have 2 G's on the 3rd string and the 1st string for number 3, and that's an F add 9 chord. Okay, guys, you can plug these chords as you prefer. You can either plug them simultaneously, or you can have the thumb first and then you plug the top 3 strings. Very simple. So A minor and F add 9. Beautiful. Now the C, we're gonna change it. Rather than just play a basic C major, I'm gonna play a C add 9 chord, and I'm playing the 5th string fret number 3, which is the root note, the 3rd string open, which is the perfect 5th, the 2nd string fret number 3, which is the major 9 D, and the 1st open, which is the major 3rd E. Awesome chord. Okay, and for the last chord, we're gonna play a G suspended. Okay. Which is a beautiful chord. It's just like a basic chord, a G major chord. Okay, but we're gonna add the sus4, suspended 4. So we're gonna add the 4th note starting on G. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. We have C. We're gonna add the C on the 2nd string fret number 1. Okay, so I'm playing the G, the 6th string fret number 3, which is G, the root note. The 4th open, which is the perfect 5th D. The 3rd open string again, which is another G root note, and the 2nd string fret number 1, which is the 4th. Okay, and when I plug this chord, I have a G suspended 4, and then I can get rid of the second string fret 1 and just play a basic G major. Okay. So the first example is based on A minor add 9, F add 9, C add 9, and a G suspended, and G major. Now let's move on to the next example. Alright guys, the second example is this one. You have A minor, add 9, F major 7 chord, C major 7, and G7. Beautiful sounding chord progression. Now the A minor add 9 is exactly the same chord we learned, okay? I'm just arpeggiating the chord with the thumb, index, middle, and ring. Now the second chord, the F, that's a funny, interesting chord. You have the 4th string fret number 3, which is the root note. I'm also playing the 3rd string fret number 5, which is the perfect 5th. The 2nd string fret number 5, which is the major 7 E, and then the 1st open string, which is E again. So you have a double E. Okay, and it sounds quite interesting and really open chord. Okay, the 3rd chord is C major 7, add 9, beautiful sounding jazzy chord, okay, which will be played on the 5th string fret number 3, which is the root note, the 3rd string fret number 4, which is the major 7B, the 2nd string fret number 3 is the major 9, and the 1st open is the major 3rd. So as you can see, I have, you know, root note and 1st open, which is the major 3rd, and then I add also the major 7 and the major 3rd. And the last chord I'm playing is a basic G7 chord. A beautiful sounding chord. 6th string fret number 3, the 4th string fret number 7, which is the minor 7. Sorry, the 4th string fret number 3, which is the minor 7. The 3rd open string, which is G, and the 2nd string fret number 3, which is the perfect 5th. Just a basic triad with the 7th here. Beautiful sounding chord. So awesome. Now let's check out the 3rd example. Now guys, the 3rd example is going to sound like this. Now, the first chord, A minor here, this is another A minor add 9 chord, but obviously I'm using a different shape. And I'm playing the 5th open string, the root note, the 3rd string fret number 5, which is the minor 3rd, the 2nd string fret number 5, which is the perfect 5th, and the 1st string fret number 7, which is B, D major 9. Beautiful sounding chord, okay? And you can play the bass note, and then play the rest of the chord, okay? Now the second chord is this one, F major 7, okay, but it's kind of different than what we played before. It looks the same, but it's actually different, and because the voicing is different. So I have the 4th string fret number 3, which is the root note, the 2nd string fret number 5, which is the major 7, and the 1st string fret number 5, which is the major 3rd. I am not playing the 3rd string, and that's the awesome thing about fingerstyle. We can select which string we are playing, and so the 4th string with the thumb, and then 2nd and 1st, just to play the rest of the chord. 3, 4. The 3rd chord is a beautiful C major 7 add 9 chord. Okay, it's pretty stretchy, but it sounds awesome. And I'm playing the 5th string fret number 3, which is still my root note. Okay, the 3rd string fret number 7, which is D major 9. 2nd open B, the major 7. And the 1st open, the major 3rd. Beautiful sounding chord. And the last chord is an awesome, interesting chord. Is a G7 chord, okay? 13th, okay? So awesome chord. 6th string fret number 3. The 3rd string fret number 4, which is B, the major 3rd. the second string fret number 7, F the minor 7, and the first open, which is the 13th, okay? Beautiful chord. So A minor, 3 and 4, and F major 7, and C, and 4 and 3 and 4 and. Also, an example of combining open strings with fretted notes. Now let's check the example number 4. Now the example number 4 is going to sound like this. Alright, so what I'm playing here. The A minor chord is this one. Again, guys, is another A minor odd 9 chord, but this time we are also adding the minor 7. Okay, it's a beautiful sounding chord. You have the 5th open string, that's the root note. The 3rd string fret number 5, which is the minor 3rd. Okay, so minor chord. The 2nd string fret number 8 with the little finger is G, and that's the minor 7 of A. And the 1st string fret number 7 is B, which is the major 9. Okay, you can really just arpeggiate the chord, starting with the thumb. And then we have a beautiful F chord, F odd 9 chord, and it's one of my favorite. We have the 5th string fret number 5th string fret number 8, which is F. Okay, now the 3rd open string is G, which is the major 9. Then we have the 2nd string fret number 6, which is F again, another root note, and the 1st string fret number 8, which is C, the 5th. Okay, beautiful. It sounds like a power chord, but you also have the major 9, which make it sound more open. Okay, so A minor, F odd 9. Then we have a beautiful C odd 9 chord. Awesome chord. 6th string fret number 8, the root note. The 3rd string fret number 7, D, the major 9. The 2nd string fret number 8, which is G, the perfect 5th, and the 1st open E, the major 3rd. It's a beautiful sounding sweet chord. And the last one is a G major, okay, chord, odd 9, awesome chord. The 4th string fret number 5 is the root note G. The 3rd string fret number 7 is the perfect 5th, D. The 2nd open string is the major 3rd. So we play the major 3rd with the B open string. And the 1st string fret number 5 is the major 9, A. Beautiful sounding chord progression. You have to be careful with this A minor. It's kind of a challenging chord. Now let's move on to the next example, number 5. Alright guys, the last example, this one. So as you can see, we have a kind of stretchy chord along with basic major 7 chords here. Some chords are a little bit easier to play, okay? Now, what am I playing here? The first chord is again an A minor odd 9 chord. Okay, it sounds beautiful. It's pretty stretchy though. We have the 5th string open, the 3rd string fret number 9, okay, which is E, perfect 5th. The 2nd string fret number 12, which is the major 9. And the 1st string fret number 8, which is the minor 3rd, C. Now the 2nd chord is F, major 7 chord. There's no open string in here, and it's just a very basic major 7 chord. 5th string fret number 8, root note, F. The 5th string fret number 10 is the perfect 5th, C. The 3rd string fret number 9 is the major 7 E, and the second string fret number 10 is the note G, which is it's the note A, which is the major third. Okay, so now the third chord is very simple. We only play 3 strings. The sixth string fret number 8, which is the root note, the third string fret number 7, which is the major 9, and the second string fret number 8, which is the perfect fifth. And the last chord we are playing is a G major, but with a different bass note here. It's a G slash B, G over B, okay? And I'm playing the sixth string fret number 7, which is B, okay, which is the major third of G. The third string fret number 7, which is perfect fifth, D. The second string of fret number 8, which is G, the root note, and also the first open, which is the sixth. Okay, beautiful sounding chord. So take it step by step, guys, okay, and just try to implement these chords, you know, every now and then. Good luck with that.